Let's talk about that. How much influence did you have on those uniforms at all?
Just a little bit. I mean, Under Armour has a great design team, and they had a specific plan, and they do a tremendous job. I think that they consolidating the shades of blue into one, powder keg blue, was a great idea. Coming up with the two shades of one gold and one, I guess they're calling it yellow, was smart. I mean, their objective was when you turn on the TV, no matter what sport you're watching, you recognize that it's a UCLA team. And the font, the color schemes, the three stripes being emphasized. So I know our players are very happy with the product that they've worn so far. I think the uniforms are very pretty and they're very functional. The fabrics are great. And everyone seems to be very excited about it. You're never going to please everybody. Obviously, that's impossible. But the most important thing is that it is a nice design. It does consolidate the colors, and as a football program, the fit, the technology, the fabrics are all very positive. So they've been great to work with.
Is there an alternate coming too, or just?
No. We really have. Right now, we have the ability to wear our traditional home, which is the gold pants and the powder keg blue jersey with the gold helmet. And then under that, you can wear white or blue accessories or gray, which you haven't seen yet. They're coming. And then on the road, the gold pants with the white jersey, which is pretty. And under that, you can wear white or blue accessories, and then the all white with the stripes. So I'll leave it up to the leadership council each week, what they want to wear. Not in terms of home, we have to wear at home. We wear blue, and on the road a white jersey, but the accessories, and give them a little ownership. But it's not going to be crazy. It's always going to be consistent with, I think, the tradition of UCLA.
You mentioned it before that the uniforms and things like that are not only for the players but also for recruits. And what kind of feedback or what kind of response have you guys gotten since Under Armour took over some of the recruiting standpoint?
Very positive. Very, very positive. They seem to, when they get their hands on it and they see it in person, and they talk to our players about the way things fit and the performance of the shoes, it's been very positive. We just started wearing it July 1st, so we haven't had a ton of guys come in that have really been able to test it out, but it's been positive so far, and it's been very positive with our players.
What's team spirit like right now?
What's that?
What's team spirit like right now?
It's very good. They're very focused and determined. They've worked very hard this off season, on the field, off the field, creating a chemistry and a culture that hopefully leads to a lot of success.
They seem excited to not go to San Bernardino.
Yeah, I guess they are. San Bernardino is someplace that we reserve the right to go back to, but just with the new facility and the Luskin Center and two new fields, it made sense for us this year to stay at UCLA and train there. It's an environment that's going to be very conducive to us, maximizing our time.
Do you feel like things are sort of gelling together with Josh coming back and the new facilities and all that?
Well, I don't know if those are connected, but you talk about in the program.
Just the whole program, like everything kind of gelling.
I hope so. Getting Josh back and healthy, and shoring up our offensive line a little bit, and for the most part being healthy going into camp. Most important though, it's the attitude of our players and the ownership that everyone in the program has taken for where we're trying to get and what it's going to take to get there. From a cultural standpoint, from a work ethic standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, sacrifice, all those those words that I could use, everyone's bought in, and it just seems a little different. So we're not looking down the road. We're just trying to do the best we can that day.
One game at a time.
One day at a time. One practice, 1 minute. Try to, work the process.
For a long time, the facility was a thought, or something that you guys were talking about. Now it's an actual thing that you can look at and touch. And what's that been like? What's the response been like in the last month or so?
Well, the players, they haven't. we haven't talked about it much with them. You know, they're focused right now on their workouts and school and tests. They see it being built. Most of them haven't wanted to go in it. I think they want to go in, you know, when it's about ready to be completed. And they're still a ways off on some things. You know, there's still punch list stuff that has to be done. But Sunday we're in. At least the players are in. The coaches will go in later on. You know, we're going to be working out of 3 buildings initially. We're going to be working out of the Morgan Center, Acosta, and Wasserman, with a slow but consistent move into Wasserman. And it's exciting. A lot of the graphics are up now. Really the last piece of the puzzle is the most, well, I shouldn't say the most difficult, but obviously very important and complicated, and that's the audio-visual, the video, the technology, and that should be done soon. So until it's perfect, then we'll meet in Acosta. But it's, I think everyone's pretty excited. So this Sunday, I'll take them in, show it to them. We're going to have a picture day for our families, so the families can come and tour Wasserman, take pictures with their kids. We're going to have their jerseys on, do a team picture, all those kinds of things. So it's going to be exciting. It'll be a good start to the season.
Is that a little difficult to be divided up among 3 different buildings like that?
It's a challenge, but not overcomable. It's worth it for the end result, and it'll be temporary. It won't be long term. Initially, I was worried that it was going to be long term, but you know, the people working on the building at UCLA and the athletic department have pushed, and they've done a tremendous job. And so, I know this: having the locker room done, and having the equipment room done, and having the training room done, and having the weight room done, and having the fields completed, those were the most important things. Next phase will be taking the meeting rooms from Acosta and moving them into Wasserman, which is just you unplug a computer and you plug it in a new office or a new meeting room. That's easy. And then the last phase will be the coaches moving in when our audio-visual stuff is done, and that'll be, you know, every day you just take a box over. So.
Is it still compensating? You got to give yourself a little bit of time just to work out the bugs before the season, because after the season starts, there's no way, right?
Yeah, you know, when I first was told that it was going to not be 100% complete by the middle of June, I was worried. But I've since realized that we can get it done and we can manage it. I'm excited about it. I think everyone's excited about it. It's a great building. I go through it almost every day. I haven't seen it in about 5 or 6 days right now, so I've been asking for pictures. But it's coming along great, and you know, Casey, you know, his contribution, and then every other donor that so generously, you know, put forth money, we're appreciative.
What's your favorite feature, would you say?
I have Ben. I like the lobby. I love the ceiling in the lobby. Okay, and the ceiling in the weight room. I think the weight room's beautiful. The doors that open onto the field. I love the outdoor patio, you know, because we can utilize it because of the weather here in LA. And I love the team room. And then the locker room is fantastic for the players. You know what? I like it all.
Every bar is your favorite.
You know what? Really, it is. I think they did a great job of designing it, and it's pretty neat, pretty darn neat.
You're going to have some recruits coming through soon to see it?
Sunday. We have an event for some specific recruits on Sunday.
It seemed like some recruits already have seen parts of it.
Well, a lot of it we take when there's when we've had events or we've had recruits on campus, we always give them a tour. But it's basically finished now. It's been in.
They don't have to wear a hard hat when they go see it.
No, they do not. No hard hats required anymore.
Is there going to be privacy? I saw there were some photos of, like, maybe put up some screens for the basket center, or I don't know if that's what.
Oh, in the lobby there?
Holes like between the practice field and Luskin. I don't know if you can put up like.
Oh no! You know what those are? Those are for the nets for Crawford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
To kick into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there going to be privacy though?
You know what? Not this year. You know, we hit a snag there, but we will have security. That is a real concern. You know, and it's not far-fetched to think that someone could, you know, rent a room and sit up there and videotape a practice and tell you, if you have videotape of a practice, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll have security there, and we'll have security, you know, along Lot 8 there. So we'll do the best we can with what we've got. You know, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. So we have a plan in place.
At the Rose Bowl, the teams, the home and visiting, they're switching sides this year. Are the locker rooms switching as well?
Yes.
So they're going to come out on the right side.
It's exact same locker room. So when they built those locker rooms because of the Rose Bowl, they're the exact same layout, just flipped. But yeah, we will we'll be in the I guess it's the west locker room, the west side, because we're coming out the west side. Yeah.
Are the kids excited to be in the shade finally?
I don't know that they even know. I don't. We haven't. It's not something we talk about. Those are details that if you're wasting time on worrying about, you know, what locker you're in, or if you're on the shady side, you're taking time away from. I'm talking about for the players now.
Right.
You know, the important stuff. So I'm sure that 50% of them, we get to the locker room on game day, they'll start to walk to the. No, so we're over here now. That's probably what they'll do.
Is that what's going on? Because I noticed, I was just there a couple weeks ago, I noticed it was under construction. Are they in the process of
I think so, yeah.
the decals and whatnot?
Yeah, they do a lot of graphics inside the locker room. UCLA's it.
During spring, you talked about the appeal for Asiasi to be able to play this year. Is there anything going to come out of that?
No, and I would say that at this point it doesn't look promising. You know, I think we tried to maybe liken it a little bit to Blake Barnett, but it's not the same. Barnett went to a JC for a while, and Devin just transferred. So I think that one's lost some steam. You know, we're still working it, but it's lost its steam. It doesn't look like it's going to happen.
What was that? I'm sorry, didn't hear.
Just about Devin Asiasi.
Oh right, gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's something that's gonna happen this year. It would have been nice, but you know, those are the rules.
Technical question.
Go ahead.
Okay, technical question. I noticed that there was a dedicated fullback position last year, and now he's back on defense. Is that not a position that's going to be utilized at all?
No, we have a fullback. Yeah, we still have a fullback, but I knew he's a defensive guy. Yeah, he flipped back and forth during the season last year anyway. Yeah, and late in the season, he was playing more defense than offense, but he could do both. But right now he's focusing on defense. But there still is a fullback position. Yes. Yeah.
You spoke a little bit about Sonny Adagu earlier. How excited are you to have him on board?
I'm excited for many reasons. Number one, he's an amazing kid. I shouldn't say kid, he's a 24-year-old man. When you guys get a chance to meet him, you'll be very impressed. His personality is...
I met him at Blue and Viewing.
Isn't his personality great?
Yeah.
He's an amazing person. And his story, and he'll tell it. I'm not going to tell it for him if he chooses to tell it. But his story is very compelling and very unique and unlike any I've ever been around before. But to have a guy with his maturity and his intelligence and self-awareness and background in our locker room is only going to add to, you know, the chemistry of the team. And then as a player on the field, he's a massive guy, you know, and Hank will coach him up, and Sonny will be dedicated to being the best that he can be.
Speaking of coaching up, what are you guys doing differently with the offensive line this year, as far as making improvements compared to last year?
Well, I mean, there's always adjustments every year, but you know, with a new coach comes, you know, alterations in maybe technical things, you know, hand placement, footwork, calls, identification of defensive fronts, drill work. You know, we're talking about a guy in Hank that started 120-something games in the NFL, and he didn't do it because he had the most talent of anybody. He did it because he was a hard worker, and he was extremely smart, and he was an excellent technician. And so you're seeing him take those qualities that helped him be successful and teach those things to our players. And there's just a good rapport with him and the players right now.
Everybody make it in from your recruiting class?
Yes.
And Xavier, there's a little bit of question. Is he in and everything?
Yep, he's in. He'll be here. Well, I think he's in California now. but he'll be with us. He'll be at the opening on our grand, or whatever we're calling our opening, our team opening on the 30th.
This is Zabier.
Stefan Zabier. Great kid. Another compelling story that you'll learn at some point in time. So.
You mentioned three guards for 2 spots.
Well, here's how I look at it. You know, I think we have 6 offensive linemen that have played, and you know those would be Sonny and Colton, and then Scotty, Najee, Andre, and Kenny Lacey. Kenny, as you guys know, practiced a lot out of tackle during the spring. Andre played out of tackle during the spring. I think Andre is, you know, a really good player, and I think that between Najee and Kenny and him, there's good competition for the 2 starting spots. And then if there were